Alright, let's start a new reading vlog. So, for this set, I guess, of books that I'm about to read, I am having the forever issue of anybody that likes to have physical books of my bookshelves getting too full. Like, I mean, this is my desk and it's covered in books, so that's a problem. So, what I'm gonna do is specifically read the books that I think that I'm not gonna like. And you might be thinking, like, why do you even have books that you might not like or that you think you're not gonna like? And the reason is subscription boxes. So the only time that I ever like skip anything on the subscription boxes if it's something that I've already read, which obviously that doesn't happen a lot, but like it's happened with the Fairy Loot Romantasy book. Like I skipped the Coven because I've already read it and it wasn't like a favorite, so it's like I don't need the special edition of that. But for the most part, yeah, I just don't really skip, like, unless I know that I'm gonna hate like both books, because for Fairy Loot I get YA and the adult like together, so if I think I'm gonna like both of them, then, or at least one of them, then I'm not going to skip that, you know? So anyways, I have, let me see, I have 9 books in the stack that I think that I'm not gonna like. So anyways, let's just go through the list. I mean, this is, I think I'm either going to start with one of the first two. We'll see, because like I do have an audiobook already for this first one, so I could start it like today or tomorrow, but some of y'all gonna be mad about this, but I don't think I'm gonna like Starling House, because I don't think I get along with Alex E. Harrow's writing. Like I tried reading the, what was it, the like 1,000 Doors of January, whatever that book was, and I don't know, it read like a classic. I felt like I was in school, and I do not read classics anymore. I do not like them. I like, that ship has sailed. I read enough of them to get enough references. I'm good. I don't need it. So like, I don't know, the writing style of Alex E. Harrow just kind of reminds me of that, and so that's the only reason I think I might not like this, because the actual story I think has something to do with like a haunted house or whatever, and all of that. Let's see, in the back it says, I should be scared. There are stories about Starlight House, the kind people only tell at night, half whispered under the hum of the porch light, but in the dream I don't hesitate. In the dream I'm home. Like, it sounds creepy, spoopy, like basically the kind of stuff I've been reading lately and liking. I'm just concerned about the writing style, so we'll see if I can like get past it for this. I kind of hope that I end up liking it, because I mean, like, this is one of the coolest dust jackets I've ever seen from a Luma crate. Like, it would be nice if I did like it and I could keep it, because like, look at how cool that is. And then like the actual, it's pretty. Like, I wish I had seen more of this kind of effect. Like, it's so cool. But yeah, so anyway, that's the coolest one I've seen, but you know, if I don't like it, I don't like it, and it's gonna get listed. But so that one is potentially the first one that I'm going to go through. But also this one like just came out too. This is also potentially the next one that I will start with. So anyways, The Teller of Small Fortunes by Julie, I don't know, but let's see, this one I think I might not like, because it's from my understanding, this is cozy fantasy. I am finding that I do not like cozy fantasy, and so that's kind of why this is here. Like, most of them you're gonna see is because I'm just not getting along with cozy fantasy. So any cozy fantasy books I have, they're here. They're here. And so this one, that's why I think I'm not gonna like it, but we're gonna see. Because, you know, I mean, I already own them, so I want to give them a fair chance, but I don't get along with cozy fantasy. At least so far. Maybe I'll get lucky. But, I guess let's go through those then. So, another cozy fantasy book I think I'm not gonna like. The Phoenix Keeper. It does sound cute, But my understanding is that there's like a sapphic romance, and it kind of sounds like, you know, like a zookeeper type book, but with fantasy creatures instead, with like Phoenix is. I don't know what the plural of that is, but you know, like it just sounds like it's gonna be. It sounds like it's gonna be cute, but I like there being stakes in my books, so we'll see if the cuteness surpasses my need for stakes and like plot. We'll see. Let's see. Yes. Sorcery and small magics. So this one's another one that just seems like it's cozy fantasy. There's not really a whole lot to say. I mean, it's really pretty, but I don't know. Like, cozy fantasy. Don't know what's going on here, but I just know it's cozy, so I'm probably not gonna like it. Let's see. Here's another one. T.J. Klune, In the Lives of Puppets. I have read a couple of his books, and like, if it's not in that one series that he has that's like a romantasy with like shifters or something, apparently that one's got a different plot. But like, I've read two other ones. Was Under the Whispering Door, I think it was, and the Cerulean Sea one, which I like the Cerulean Sea one, but then, you know, I found out where he even got that idea from, which is super cringe. That whole scoop thing in Canada. Awful. Awful, awful, awful. But it also kind of had a similar plot, and I kind of think this is gonna have a similar plot, where it's just like, there's a white dude, and he like lives a boring life, but then all of a sudden, you know, he gets wrapped up in some stuff, goes through some character development, and now all of a sudden he's like the savior of the whole situation. And just like, it's the same plot. It was the same plot in both of them. Like, if you read one of his books, you might like it, but like, they're all kind of the same. So I'm kind of worried that this is going to be the same, but you know, we're going to find out. If I start reading it and it has like the same setup, then that's probably going to be when I DNF. Because like, no. I don't need the same story like 3 times, which is like a different setting. Okay, and then these other ones, like, I don't remember. We're gonna see. Okay, I kind of remember. Okay, Voyage of the Damned. This one, I think it was like, it sounded like a dinner party murder mystery or something like that. And I don't know, murder mystery has been hit or miss for me, so we'll see. We'll see. I think this one probably has a higher chance of me liking than some of the other ones, but we're gonna see, because I'm not so sure. I also think it might have leaned to cozy, according to what I've heard. That might be wrong though, so on this one, I just don't know. But it's just a vibe. It's really just a vibe. I don't think I'm gonna like it. And then we have two, I feel like these are gonna be very similar. So we have After the Forest, which I don't remember what made me think I wasn't gonna like it, other than I think this might be like a retelling of something that I just didn't care for because I've already read it too many times. So this is more like, I feel like I might not like it because I've already read too many similar things. But we'll see. I am open to surprises. And then it's kind of the same for this one, The Forest Grimm. Like, I kind of feel like this might be kind of similar to that one that I just held up. So if that's the case, then like, you know, I feel like I'm just might not care because it might be too similar. But we'll see. We'll see. And then this one, The City of Stardust. This is the last one that I think I might not like. And just like, I don't, this one was like specific. It was something about the synopsis that I was just like, I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I can't quite put my finger on what it is about this that I'm not gonna like, other than the synopsis just doesn't sound like my cup of tea. It's like people are going missing, yada yada. Like, I don't know. There's just nothing in the synopsis that's really grabbing me. So I don't know. I don't know. I also kind of get a feeling that I might not like this writing style. Like, I don't know what's giving me that vibe, but it's a vibe. I don't know. Maybe it's the title. Like, the title sounds too formal to me or something. Like, there's just something about it. There's just something about it. Like, it's a vibe. With this one, it's fully just a vibe. You know, this one could come out of left field and be like my favorite book ever, but it's a vibe. Purely vibes. I think I might not like this one. So that's my list. So when I come back on here, I'll have either started the Starling House or the Small Fortunes one. I think those are looking yeah, the Tiller of Small Fortunes. So we'll see. One of these. I'll come back with an update of having started one of these, but we'll see. So anyways. Hello. So I'm having issues with my ring light, but I figured I'd do this update now anyways. But tomorrow I'm having sinus surgery, so if I come on here looking crazy in the face, like more than usual, that's what's happening. I don't know how much reading I'm gonna be doing while I'm down for the count, but hopefully some. Hopefully some. But anyways, I'd have started Starling House, and so far I'm kind of liking the story, kind of as I predicted, but yeah, the writing style I'm not vibing with. It just feels so like dated, I guess. I think that's why I don't like the classic writing style. It feels dated and like you're reading for class. And I guess some people really like that, but I'm not so into it myself. But that is what we have for now. So yeah, I'm about like 60 pages in or something like that, but yeah, I don't know. The writing just feels really formal for the kind of story this thing. Like, it makes more sense with the rich kid, but then with the like really poor kids, I feel like they like, where's the lingo? Where's the, like, if you've been poor, you know there's lingo and there's like a different way of talking from like when you're poor versus when you're rich, and I feel like that's kind of missing from this so far. Like, where's the street talk? Where's the slang? There's not a lot of it. They talk very formally. So I mean, I guess, especially for one of them being a dropout, I mean, she reads a lot, so I don't know, but where's the code switching? Like, it feels weird. So I don't know, like, parts of it feel weird, but at the same time the story's kind of interesting because, you know, it's kind of a haunted house story, but at the same time it's not listed as horror. So it's like, are we just gonna like tease some spooky stuff and then never really get there, or what? Like, it's a gothic fairy, like, not a fairy tale, but it's like supposed to be like a gothic fantasy book, so we'll see. So far the door's doing creepy stuff. Like, I don't know why it's not going full horror, but apparently it doesn't, so we'll just see how it goes. But so far I'm kind of liking it, even though there's definitely some like out of touch stuff I feel like going on with it. But we'll see how it goes from here. Hello. Okay, so quick update. My ring light doesn't work, so, you know, bear with me. I'm also recovering from sinus surgery, so that's still a little in there. But I have started the Tiller of Small Fortunes, and 70 pages in, I've already DNF'd it because it is, as predicted, like a cozy story with not a lot going on. Like, I got far enough to where she's just traveling through the town, different towns. Everyone's like shocked that she's not amongst her own people, And then she basically kind of has the same conversation over and over with people of like, yes, well, blah, 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 my family moved, her mom moved her over there anyways, and they're all surprised that she speaks such a good language. And then, yeah, and I don't know, and then she like picked up a couple people that they're like, we used to be highwaymen, but we're not gonna rub you this time. Whatever. So anyways, she just like is picking up stragglers as she goes along, and so I think that's really just the book. It's just her traveling from town to town, telling small fortunes. Like it's all meant to just be like a super chill book, which is just not the kind of book I like, generally speaking. So yeah, I gave it up after 70 pages. Anyway, so yeah, this is listed on my Pango now. But we did that. And then I also finished Starling House. I gave it 3 stars, okay? So this was not the worst thing I've ever read. I'll give it that. I do feel like this could have been done differently. Like, I don't know. I feel like he was trying to do a lot in like a short amount of time. Like there was like so many reveals of like nobody is who you think they are. The poor people ain't really poor, the rich people ain't really rich. But then even though there's like the whole haunted house thing, the real monster is like the corporate people, corporate greed. I don't know. I also felt like there was like a really easy solution to this. These people want your house, but you have creepy shit in your house. Let them in the house. They're gonna run away. And lo and behold, that's kind of what happened anyways. But we just dragged it out for no good reason. So I don't know. And then I feel like her brother was just like, he barely had a personality at all in this book. Like, I know he's a side character, but I think he could have been rounded out a little bit better. I don't know. I'm not keeping it. This is not a book that I ever want to revisit. I've read better haunted house stories. Like, I mean, I see now why it's like a gothic fantasy, because it's more about people being racist in Kentucky and trying to steal people's land for mining, which, bro, like, stop trying to put people in the mines. Let it go. Let it go. But anyways, so, yeah, I don't know. I don't care for the state of Kentucky, personally. So it's not a setting that I care for, and then it's just, on top of that, I'm just like, there was just too much. There's just too many things, and it was, I don't know, if you're gonna write a story about poor people, then I feel like it should have a little bit more of the poor people flavoring. Like, it just felt too bougie, the way it was written. So, I don't know. I still don't care for this writing style. Like, I don't think I want to read any more books by Alexi Harrow. It's just not my cup of tea, so, yeah. I don't know. I'm selling it. I finished it. It was interesting enough in the second half to keep going, but and finish it out at least. Because it did get kind of action-packed, so, I don't know. If it sounds interesting to you and you can stand the writing style, go for it, but for me personally, I think that writing style's kind of dry, kind of flavorless. It's just not for me. So, yeah. But I did finish it at least, so there's that. But anyway, so yeah, we've got 2 down. The first 2 are down, and then next I'm going to pick up, let's see. Next I will pick up Voyage of the Damned. I have the audiobook locked and loaded, so this will be the next one, and hopefully I will be updating with a new ring light because I have one on the way. But yeah, there you go. Okay, so I got a new ring light, so things might change a little bit, but anyways, ignore my hair roller. I have my hair drying, so yeah, it's still kind of wet. But anyways, update for this vlog. I think I forgot to do a midway check-in for this, but yeah, I ended up liking this, and I forgot to check in because I was just getting absorbed into it, I guess. So, like, I keep trying to convince myself to, like, still maybe offload this book, but I think I liked it enough to not offload the book even though it's, like, not a series. I'm not gonna need to reread it to, like, continue in a series or anything like that. But I'm sold on this. It's like, it's funnier than I expected, and like I got sucked into the murder mystery part because it was, I don't know, I feel like sometimes the murder mysteries that I've read, some of them get kind of pretentious, and that's like, it's just too much. Like, settle down. Like, are there pretentious douchebags in this? Yes. Do they get their shit? They get wrecked. They get wrecked, and I think that's why I liked it, because everybody's underestimating the fish boy, because in this world there is like different provinces that are represented by different animals, and so everybody has like different characteristics depending on that animal, and so yeah, like everybody just really shits on the fish guy. And like there's lower provinces, basically like the poorer ones, the ones that are doing like the farming and all the stuff that, let's be for real, people expect farmers to be like poor, and it's like they're the minorities basically. And then there's the rich people at the top, and yeah, there's a lot of fuckery. My cat is doing things, but anyways, so yeah, the I don't want to spoil anything, but I like this. They were so rude to him, and he ended up doing a lot more than they thought he was capable of. Never underestimate the underdog. It's one of those kinds of stories, and I do like those, because, you know, a lot of people get underestimated, but, you know, you can still show people up. And that happened in this book, and I was happy for that. I was happy for him. Happy for some of the shit that went down. But there were some twists in here that I did not entirely see coming, which was also cool, because, yeah, sometimes I can guess them too easily, and it just takes it down a notch in enjoyment. But this one I didn't, so I did not guess who it was, even though I probably should have. Probably should have, but I didn't. So anyways, I gave this 4 stars. It's good. I actually do kind of recommend it. It's kind of funny. It's funny, but also serious. So it doesn't take itself too seriously in parts, but then other parts it's very serious. So yeah, it's check trigger warnings. There is some really low points in this book for the characters, and then really high points, but there's also just a lot of murder. There's a lot of murder because it is a murder mystery. Okay, so keep that in mind, but this is good. This is good, and I am not gonna list it for sale, so yeah, I guess a little bit of a, I mean, I think I did say that I was thinking that this could go either way, really. It was just a vibe, and I was wrong, so there you go. Next we're going to go on to After the Forest by Kel Woods, and this one I think was one that I just thought I might not like because it seems similar to a lot of other stuff I've already read, so I might be bored with it. But we're gonna find out. So this is another one that could go either way, but I do have the audiobook ready to roll with this, so hopefully I will remember to check in on this one. I mean, I think I will, but we'll see. We'll see. But this is the next one up. Okay, so update on After the Forest. I think I'm about, what is this, like a third of the way through it. And, okay, so this is telling the story of when, like, after Hansel and Gretel have gone through the whole ordeal of that gingerbread house with the crazy witch lady that's trying to eat them. So, they're adults now. And Jesus, okay, so they go by Greta and Hans now. And Hans is a fucking asshole. Like, all the guys in this book suck. They suck so much. All of them are trying to control Greta, or they're trying to control her. They're trying to get her to solve their problems. Like, all these dudes are just trying to use her. She's a means to an end to them. She's just, like, none of them give a shit. None of them give a shit about her. They're trying to use her or control her. Like, none of them are treating her like a person. None of them care what she wants. And they're all projecting nonsense on her. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous as hell. But, you know, she's doing fine on her own. Honestly, she doesn't need this bullshit. Because she has a magic book that's telling her how to make magical gingerbread, and it sells like hotcakes, apparently. So she's doing fine on her own. But yeah, all these guys are coming trying to make her be the solution to whatever bullshit they're involved in, and it's ridiculous. Like, seriously, these dudes need to grow the fuck up and handle their shit. Like, like, Hans is over here ruining her life. The fucking guy that owns her house or whatever is ruining their life. Like, I don't know, they're gonna lose their house because Hans sucks. Some shit like that. Like, dude is bad with money, and then trying to make his sister pay for it. It's really shitty. Like, this is just not how you treat people that you care about. It's not. So anyway, she's getting the shit under the stick, but also she can like do magic, obviously, because she has like, she's doing that fanciful gingerbread shit. So far it's just kind of like, you know, in Harry Potter they're like you're a wizard. she's getting the girl version, you're a witch. So yeah, we'll just, like, duh, dude, she could talk to the magic book and shit, like nobody else hears it. Duh, you're a witch. So anyways, we're just gonna see how this continues, because I'm not hating it like I thought I was going to, but I do hate all the men in this book. They're all awful. So anyways, that's where we're at. Did you roll yet? Okay, so I have just finished After the Forest, and it's kind of what I thought. So I think I predicted that this one was going to be one that I felt like I've just read too much similar stuff, and that is kind of how it feels. Like, was it a bad book? No, but it was a lot of, you know, everybody turned to her because she's a witch and that kind of thing, and, you know, everybody kind of low-key, I mean, not even low-key, like, nobody took her seriously because she's a woman anyways, and just, you know, just the never-ending, I hate of people that are different. And then there's like a dude that turns into a bear, and he's cursed, and yeah, and then there's like dark magic and green magic, but they call it something else. But it's like, I don't know, it does feel similar to other stuff I've already read, but I mean, it's not bad at all, but like, I kind of lost a little bit of interest in it at points. So this one is listed on my Pango now, so we are unhauling this one, but yeah, not bad. So I mean, if you're interested in it, I feel like you should definitely give it a try. It's not a bad book by any means, but yeah, this one has been listed, this one's being unhauled, so that is the final wrap-up for this. But basically, this I think will be the end of this vlog, and I'll probably do the rest of the books in a second vlog, because this ended up being way longer than expected, because I have not been quickly DNFing that many of them, because honestly, I feel like most of the books that I get in these sub boxes, like, I don't hate them enough to like just throw them out that much, so, without giving them a shot, like, all the way through apparently. So we're just gonna continue this in another one and then see how far we get. So I think in the next one we're gonna start off with the Phoenix Keeper that I have right here. So this will probably be in the next vlog, this one and another like backwoodsy one. So look for that for the next one, because yeah, this turned into a two-parter. Bye.